Johnson. The gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Hultgren, is recognized for his question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Dr. Brothers. Good to see you again. Appreciate your work and glad you're here with us today.
Thank you.
I can say that we all do appreciate the opportunity to be able to hear about ways that we can help the Department of Homeland Security better align its science and technology directorates, certainly to better serve our dedicated Homeland Security professionals, but ultimately to keep our constituents safe. I see technology as a force multiplier that can keep our Homeland Security professionals safe by avoiding unnecessary danger, while also giving them a reach that, if we do our job, is unmatched by our adversaries. I also applaud your goals of energizing a Homeland Security industrial base and producing an actionable strategy based on visionary goals. The last time you were here before us, I asked you a number of questions on our technology transfer capabilities and the disconnect that sometimes exists between our end users and those who are charged with developing new technologies. In our previous hearings with Mr. Maurer regarding your directorate, I discussed how DHS is utilizing our other assets outside of your agency. Today, I'd like to ask some questions about how DHS is best utilizing and perhaps investing in the numerous federal research assets we have available to meet your goals. To me, this is really about deriving a maximum efficiency from our taxpayer dollars. It's my understanding that DHS primarily interacts with DOE through a modified work for others process, or WFO process. Is this still a satisfactory process, and are there other forms of agreements such as the Cooperative Research and Development Agreement, or CRADAs, or agreements to commercialize technology, ACTs, which may better serve your agency while energizing your industrial base?
I think that we have a very strong relationship with the DOE laboratories. I think that because of the way the relationship between us is structured, I think we're able to leverage that relationship effectively and efficiently. You brought up other issues, including how do we reach out to industry, and you brought up CRADAs. I think CRADAs is a way that we can talk to our industrial partners effectively. I think OTA, Other Transaction Authority, is also an effective way that we can actually deal with our industrial partners in this as well.
So you think there are some opportunities to use some of these other forms, and that just sticking with the work for others, modified work for others process maybe isn't sufficient, that there needs to be some other things as well?
I think that we have a number of potential vehicles at our disposal. I think a challenge is determining where they're best used and using them as such. I think sometimes we don't necessarily use all of them as effectively as we could, and I've been pushing to do that. Like I mentioned, the OTAs, as well as the Prize Challenge Authority.
Let me move on. In your written testimony, you highlighted your need to screen cargo with a minimal impact to the pace of travel and speed of commerce. Wondered how familiar your agency is with the capabilities at the DOE National Labs. In particular, DHS works extensively with a few of the larger multi-purpose labs, but is it familiar with the equally important and unique capabilities that reside at single-purpose labs? One I have special interest in is Fermilab, which is a leader in accelerator technologies that I believe could be applied for these cargo screening missions. How familiar is the lab with these unique and individually focused labs?
So I can't speak to all of our leadership. I do know that we have many visits to all the laboratories. I know that in our Transportation Security Laboratory, for example, that we are demonstrating prototypes of screening technology from the DOE laboratories. So we make a point of actually going to laboratories, understanding what they have. For example, our Director of HSRP is taking a tour through DOE laboratories. This is important, because one of the major things that we can do as an organization is to understand what the state of art is across what I like to call the S&T ecosystem. That ecosystem is our laboratories, our industry, et cetera. And so that is a charge that I've given to our leadership, and it's taken very seriously and very passionately.
And I would hope you would look again at these unique labs. As I mentioned, Fermilab, I think there could be some real synergy there that would make some sense. Wondered, would DHS be willing to invest in infrastructure at the national labs, whether lab space or specialized equipment, to advance the Homeland Security mission? DOE or other national labs cannot always afford to maintain the types of capabilities needed for a broad variety of national security missions.
I think we are always interested and determined to give the best technical solutions to our stakeholders. And we do what is needed to make that happen, whether it's investing in grants for universities or contracts for laboratories, what have you.
Yeah, I do think the labs are a perfect spot. I talk about the ecosystem of science as well, but it might take some investment, you know, certainly on the infrastructure side of things, but I think the payoff could be huge, again, for those that we are called most to serve.
Sure.
My time has expired. I yield back, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you.